Okay, today we're going to do a really quick video on how to reuse the ends of your hydraulic hose, or in this case for us, it's the ends for a air conditioner line for a 2003 Subaru Outback. And this is really simple, and it can save you a lot of money depending on what kind of fittings are on your hose. And a lot of those hose fittings get terribly expensive. And so here's a good way to reuse them, and we'll show you how to take them off. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. So when you go to grind the tips off these AC lines, it is very important to remember the orientation of the ends. Because as you can see, they both go very specific directions. These bends, they all really matter, and so that way it fits in the car right. And so make sure that the orientation is the same when you have the hose replaced. So I like to use Sharpie makes a silver metallic marker. They work really well for marking parts. Let's go ahead and mark that all the way through here. Even though we're going to cut this off, I'm going to mark it for now. And then, so there's my mark there, and I'll put a second one so that way there's no confusion. Okay, and that'd be a great mark. There's also various types of paint pins and stuff you could also use for this. It really doesn't matter as long as you just make sure these are right, because if you get it wrong, you'll know it when you go to put this hose back in, because it will not fit right and you'll be trying to twist it, and that's no good. There we go. And now we can start grinding the ferrules off. Now when you grind these off, you want to make sure that you do not cut too deep, because inside there's the barbed nipple that the hose goes on, and you don't want to cut into that. You just want to cut this outside ferrule. So we're going to do that, and you'll cut it in several locations. And so I'm going to show you here. Alright, there you go. You see that cuts real easy. It's aluminum, so you could probably easily even file through that if you had to, or cut it with something else. And so now we'll see if we can't get something pried under there and pull these off. Just throw the screwdriver under there and just kind of work it. So those just peel up easy enough. Still careful, don't rotate your hose and your end, because in case you wiped your marks off, which is very possible, I think I might, nope, they're still there, but it's very possible, so you do want to watch that. Get them up, get on with a pair of pliers. There's still some bits in there. You kind of have to try to get on there. There. See, I got to hold that and kind of pull that out. And there you go. That's one cleaned end. You can see my orientation still hasn't moved. So I can go on ahead and find my marks. There they are. And go ahead and mark that. Now I might go on ahead and get some black Sharpie and go here. But generally, if I don't twist this or move it, then when I take it to the shop here and have him put a hose on it, he'll know which way it is, and then he'll be careful not to move it. And then he'll just do one end at a time. Make sure he gets the orientation exactly the same. Because the first end doesn't matter, it's just the second end, so that way, because of course, you just rotate it. And so yeah, so we're going to just pull this a second end. You just start your screwdriver underneath there. Even if you didn't cut all the way, it's aluminum, it'll break through pretty easy. See, just like that. It's just like redoing the ends on hydraulic hoses, but these are easier because this aluminum's much softer and easier to work with than what hydraulic hose ends are normally, steel or brass or something, I think. And so this is a lot easier to work with. Not as much chance of getting cut into the barbs of the nipple and stuff. You just gotta get him up enough to get that screw and get those pliers underneath there. There you go. This one's coming part easier and taking that ridge out of that channel along with it. And there you go, both ends that are ready. We can take them on to the store and have him press new ends onto them. And
12 seconds later.
There you go, there's the hose. And we just take it to the local hardware store because he does hydraulic hoses and stuff. But he didn't have the right air conditioner line in stock, not the right size. So this is hydraulic line. And that makes it a little more expensive. I think it's $5 something a foot for hydraulic line. And it made it kind of a pain to get it together for him, but he got it. And so that should work, and it's hydraulic line, so it'll never blow out. And after paying him a little for labor because it was being a kind of a pain, it came out to about $40, which even though that's high, it's $10 just for per ferrule end because they're hydraulic fitting. So a place that had a lighter weight aluminum one for these would probably be cheaper. But these hoses, it's not uncommon for an air conditioner hose to be $100, even $200 just for a hose like this, because most part houses can't get them. They gotta come from a dealer, and they just charge you a fortune for them. So there's a way you can just have them redone, recycle the ends, and even though it's expensive, it's hydraulic line. It's never going to blow out, not in this application. And so, all right, so that's what it looks like when it's done. Okay, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I appreciate you guys watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, leave comments down below, like to hear what you guys have to say, and I'll see you next week.